Our verse today is John chapter 3, verse 8. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear its sound, but you do not know where it comes from or where it goes. So it is with everyone who is born of the Spirit. Our verse today comes from the conversation between Jesus and Nicodemus. Nicodemus, a Pharisee and a teacher of Israel, a teacher of the law, came to Jesus by night, probably in secret to avoid being seen with Jesus. Although he was a teacher of the law, he struggled to understand deep spiritual realities when Jesus spoke about being born of water and the Spirit. Jesus distinguishes between being born of the flesh and being born of the Spirit. To be born of the flesh is to share in human nature, but the person born of the Spirit lives above merely human understanding, merely natural human nature. Such a person is open to heavenly realities and the things of God which are from above. It is within this context that Jesus uses the analogy of the wind to describe the role and work of the Spirit. To pneuma hopu telei, the Spirit blows wherever it wills. Pneuma can be translated as spirit, wind, or breath. We can also think of the Hebrew ruach, the Spirit who was hovering over the waters at creation. Here Jesus links the natural wind with the work of the divine Spirit. As the wind blows, so it is with those born of the Spirit. To blow implies continuous action, freedom, and unpredictability. You cannot hold the wind or predict its movements. The wind blows wherever it wills, and we cannot change its direction. So it is with the Spirit, who moves wherever he wills. When the wind blows, we hear its sound, but we do not know where it comes from or where it is going. Phone, voice, or sound can imply audible evidence without a visible source. Although we hear the sound of the wind, we cannot tell where it is coming from. We cannot trace its origin or its destination. It is the same with the Spirit. We feel his effects, but we cannot see him. However, there is something unique about the Spirit. We know his source. Because Jesus tells us that the Spirit comes from the Father and from Jesus himself. Therefore, the Spirit is not a thing, but a living divine being. Everyone who is born of the Spirit experiences his effects, even though they cannot see him physically. So in summary, Jesus is telling Nicodemus, as he says to us today too, that just as the wind blows where it wills, so the Spirit acts sovereignly and independently in our lives. As we hear the sound of the wind, so we experience the effects of the Spirit, even though we cannot see him. Just as we do not know the origin or destination of the wind, so the work of the Spirit remains mysterious in our lives. The Spirit acts and operates in ways beyond our understanding and imagination. Therefore, everyone born of the Spirit must be open to the unexpected workings of the Spirit, be receptive to his guidance, avoid trying to fully rationalize his work, and allow themselves to be transformed beyond merely human control. The effects of the Spirit are seen in the fruits we produce as Christians and children of God. That is how we know those who are led by the Spirit of God. Lord, may your Spirit breathe new life into us, leading and guiding us in your ways. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a wonderful day.